Picture this. You've just been discharged from the military, a moment most people would spend resting, reuniting with loved ones, and easing back into normal life. But not BTS's Jin. Just 5 days after his discharge, he decided to tackle something truly extraordinary, a grueling 9-hour round-trip hike up South Korea's tallest peak, Hallasan Mountain on Jeju Island. And it wasn't just for himself. This was a gift, a deeply personal way to reconnect with his fans, the armies who have stood by him every step of the way. The journey began in the early morning, with Jin meticulously preparing for what would be an unforgettable day. As he set off, he shared his mindset with a simple but powerful statement. Actually, this is more of an ambition than fun. Today, I'm going to climb hard with the mindset that those who take on challenges are beautiful. It was clear that this wasn't just a hike. It was a symbol of his determination, resilience, and the unbreakable bond he shares with his fans. The climb itself was nothing short of demanding. The Songpanak Trail, known for its difficulty, is a path only the most determined attempt, especially those who want to reach the summit at Baekrakdam, a crater lake that sits like a crown atop the mountain. But Jin wasn't just climbing for the view. He had a mission. As part of his new series, Run Seok Jin, he needed to hear the words, "Congratulations on your discharge," 5 times from strangers to earn a special meal. This added a layer of playfulness to an otherwise intense challenge. Throughout the hike, Jin's interactions with fellow hikers were touching. Despite the physical toll the hike was taking on him, especially so soon after military service, Jin never lost his characteristic warmth and generosity. At one point, as the production crew struggled to keep up, Jin noticed their exhaustion. Instead of focusing on his own fatigue, he turned to them with concern, urging, "Let's hurry up and go up so we can all rest together at the next shelter. There are some people who can't sit down." His words were a reminder of his deep consideration for others, even when he himself was facing a tough challenge. As he continued his ascent, Jin's path crossed with that of other hikers, many of whom were thrilled to see the superstar in such an ordinary setting. Children offered him snacks, honey and chocolate, which Jin graciously accepted, trading them for the oatmeal and bread he had brought along. It was a simple but heartfelt exchange that left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. Jin, always humble, seemed genuinely moved by the kindness of these strangers, reflecting the deep connection he shares with people from all walks of life. But the most emotional moment came when Jin finally reached the summit. Standing at the edge of Baekrakdam, with the vast, tranquil crater lake stretching out before him, Jin was overcome with emotion. The sheer beauty of the scene, combined with the physical and emotional journey he had just completed, brought tears to his eyes. "Wow, I did it," he whispered, almost to himself, as if he could hardly believe it. This wasn't just about reaching the top. It was about proving to himself, and to his fans, that with determination and heart, anything is possible. Yet even after this monumental achievement, Jin's day was far from over. On the descent, something remarkable happened. Jin, who had been so tired just moments before, found a second wind. With renewed energy, he began running down the mountain, his light and swift movements a testament to his incredible stamina. The production crew, who had been with him every step of the way, found it difficult to keep up. Jin's joy was contagious as he greeted fans who recognized him along the way, offering them thumbs up and sharing in their excitement. It was a spontaneous celebration of the human spirit, of pushing beyond limits and finding joy in the journey. As Jin reached the base, completing the hike in a remarkable 7.5 hours, the sense of accomplishment was palpable. He had done it, not just for himself, but for every army who has supported him. To celebrate, he indulged in his favorite meal, raw fish soup, savoring every bite as he reflected on the day's events. But perhaps the most touching moment came when Jin looked at the Hallasan Mountain climbing certificate now bearing his name. Holding it in his hands, Jin was visibly moved, knowing that this piece of paper represented so much more than just a hike. It was a testament to his willpower, his gratitude to his fans, and his unwavering spirit. But Jin isn't one to rest on his laurels. The episode ended with a promise of more to come. The trailer for the next installment of Run Seok Jin offered a glimpse of what's next. Jin, dressed in a school uniform, playfully arm wrestling and holding a yellow umbrella, raising the anticipation of fans around the world. His journey, it seems, is just beginning. News of Jin's climb and the launch of his content series quickly spread worldwide, with outlets like Colombian TV news Noticias Caracol highlighting his incredible journey. The global superstar once again captured the hearts of millions, reminding everyone why he is so deeply loved, not just for his talents, but for his kindness, humility, and the genuine way he connects with those around him. Jin's climb up Hallasan wasn't just a physical feat, it was an emotional odyssey, a heartfelt expression of love and gratitude to his fans. In every step he took, every word he shared, Jin showed that he is not just an idol, but a man of depth, character, and unwavering resolve. And as we look forward to his next adventure, one thing is certain: Jin's journey is one we're all lucky to witness.